So today we are in our hallway.
Our very poorly lit hallway, as I'm sure you all can tell.
Poorly lit and just overall boring. It's a very boring hallway. We've not done anything to this area of the house since moving in, and it's time for an upgrade. It's time to focus on this. It's very impersonal. There's no pictures.
We've done literally nothing to this space. So we need to do something. We need to make it more us. I think Desmond's ready to help, aren't you, buddy?
Yes. So as we've mentioned in several other videos, including the last one that we made, I'll link that up here, or at the end of this video you can watch it. We talk about how our home is basically covered in builder grade paint. That's the way it was when we moved in. It was renovated, so that's what we're dealing with. It's fine, it looks good, but it gets dirty really easily, it scuffs really easily. I mean, I'm looking at this wall here and you can just see how bad it looks. Out of many things that we're gonna do today, that's gonna be one of them. We're gonna paint.
How do you think, Woody?
Hi, Bobby.
All right, no excitement.
All right, so the first thing is, let me grab the painter's tape that's hung up there for some reason. First thing is, we got to tape things off, and that's what we're gonna do. The good thing is, like the baseboards, are we painting the baseboards?
No.
The good thing is, the baseboards, they're already kind of white, so it shouldn't matter too much. Same thing with the ceiling, but we're gonna do it anyways, just to make sure, because I'm not quite sure how white the paint actually is. Another thing is, we got to get some of these cobwebs out as well.
So since we are just doing a white paint, we've decided to not tape anything off, since basically the baseboards and the ceiling are also white. If we get into it and we decide that we do end up needing to do that, we'll go back and do that. But for now, we're just gonna tape off the areas that we for sure know. Obviously here, like along the steps, we're gonna be painting this portion of the wall because this is still that builder grade paint. So we're gonna tape off this portion. We'll also be laying out a drop cloth, so we'll probably tape that up to the edge of the baseboard, and we'll probably work just in half of the hallway at a time. So we'll still be using that, but since we are using white paint, no tape. If we were using a color, we would definitely tape it off though. Decided to use the shade Snowbound by HGTV Sherwin-Williams. We ended up getting it just in a Valspar paint. We asked for a half gallon of paint and they only gave us a quart. So I don't have high hopes that this is going to cover everything in this hallway. However, we are assuming that we will only end up needing to do one coat. This does say it is a one coat, whatever you want to call that, type of paint, which is great, but also we are doing kind of a white on white, so we're hoping that we can get away with one coat. Maybe it will be enough. I'm also trying to convince Justin maybe we should paint one of the walls in here black as well, so we don't have to go back to Lowe's. But let's just get to painting. Let's see if this works. Obviously right now what we have on the walls is more of a creamy off-white color, and this is gonna be a little bit more of a creamy bright white. So I'm really excited to try it out, and let's see how this Valspar paint holds up.
All right, I'm back. Back from Lowe's, got a full gallon. This should go the rest of the way, which is not entirely that much. We are pretty much done. This is it. I'm just kind of going over, touching up a little bit. You can tell a difference. I know on video you might be like, it doesn't look that different. but in person it really, really is. And even looking at, like I'm looking at it right now, it actually kind of looks gray versus the white, but it's 10 times brighter in this hallway too. That light is not bright at all. And we would turn on the hall light, especially at night, and it's already getting dark outside, and you could barely see it all, but doesn't it look like 10 times brighter in here?
It definitely does in person. I think it's not showing up as well on camera, but it looks clean. It's looking so much better. I can't wait to get that light fixture switched out.
We haven't talked about the light fixture yet.
Oh, we haven't? I thought we did. You want to tell them about that?
Okay, I guess we're telling them. The next thing we're doing is changing the light fixture.
The dreaded light that comes with every home. There's one in someone's house.
The boob light.
Usually, the boob light. Here it is. Here's ours. We actually have quite a few.
We have, yes, in almost every room.
This is not the only one that we have. They're in all the bedrooms as well. So let's switch it out. Let's get rid of it. And let's make this look 1,000 times better.
All right, now we gotta find the right switch, which I think is this one here. Nope. That one. Bingo. All right, so we've got a light fixture. There's no light in here, and it's super dark because it's raining, so we're using our flashlights, but we found this light fixture off of Amazon. We'll link it down in the description box below. If you like it, go check it out.
Unzipped. That was unzipped. Was he recording right now?
Yeah. It's overexposed to the camera. It's so bright. I'll take it down.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting that big of a difference.
Yeah?
You?
No?
That combined with the walls, it's like, oh!
It's really bright in here.
Is the camera on?
Yeah, you can definitely tell the color in this versus the color of the wall, especially with that light now.
Yeah, that was very surprising. Maybe we just had a bad light bulb in there or something.
Maybe.
Let's do this. Let's turn it off and let's put the other light bulb in there.
That one is definitely not as bright.
Yeah. It's a combination though too. Like now we don't have the semi-transparent, it's fully transparent, the whole, I don't know what you call the outer shell of the light.
But that's not, here, let's test this. Let's
brighter.
do this. Let's put the tripod, or the camera on the tripod. And this is the old light right here. So and I'm not gonna touch, let me actually get it set. Let's just set it to like 200 ISO. Here's a little test for you. A little lighting test. Okay. I would say that is significantly brighter.
A big difference.
Yeah.
The next thing in this project is we need to somehow tackle these terribly ugly looking steps that we've got going on here. We had planned to put on these decorative stair risers, and all you had to do was just glue them onto the front. They did not work with our stairs. So we've decided to do something a little bit crazy, and we're gonna paint these black. I don't know how it's gonna look. I hope it looks really, really good. We're gonna tie in the black that we used over here on our molding wall. I'm gonna go ahead and tape it off and get to painting. On the lookout for some really large frames, something of a larger scale to kind of fit in the hallway and balance everything out. I know IKEA has some really great large frames, however, we don't have an IKEA here in Nashville, so we decided to look around. We thought about going to thrift stores, making our own frames, various things like that, but we were in luck. We found these super large frames at our bargain hunt, and they were only $7. I believe they are Walmart brand, and they were most likely around $15 to $20 for these frames, so getting them for $7 each was a complete steal. Now, we do not care for the white with the wood since our background, our hall is going to be painted white, so we decided we're going to paint the frames a black color, and we might even stain this wood a little bit darker so it can match the wood of our wall back here. So I'm really excited. We're gonna spray paint these suckers, and let me go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and prep these, and then you can join along as I spray paint them.
All right, so we came outside to take a look at the picture frames. They're dry now. We've got them spray painted black. Probably gonna have to touch up some spots. Sorry for the rain, it's kind of loud. But what we're gonna do next is, and we tried it on this picture frame, is we're gonna stain this wood portion here. We've got a dark stain that we used on it, and so we're just gonna peel back the tape on the rest of these and apply the stain. I think it's gonna look really, really good.
It's not changing the color of the wood too much. However, it is just taking out some of the yellow blonde that was in that wood. We want more of an ashy neutral type tone, and so it's working really, really well for that. We are okay if it doesn't stain it too dark. We just want that yellow blonde color gone. Better. What do you think?
All right, so it's a new day and the frames are finished. For the most part, we've got 5 of these that we have kind of redone a little bit. There are some spots I just feel like it didn't quite catch that I think we'll have to do a little bit of touch up later on. Maybe not, it's so minute and small you might not be able to see it. We're not gonna worry about that right now. I think it's totally fine. But the next thing we're gonna do is hang these jokers. And here is one that we already have prepared, that we've already framed up, already put the picture in. We really don't have any photos in the house at all. And we don't have any wedding photos put up at all either. So we decided, let's just fill the hallway with our wedding photos. So that's what we did. We printed off 5 different wedding photos. And here's one of them. This one is of myself, Jess, and Desmond. If you can see it, hopefully there's not a glare on it from the sunlight. I'll try to move it here so just in case there is. But the pictures look really, really good. They were printed really well. We got them from Walgreens. These are 11 by 14s. Yeah, I'm just excited to get these up. I think it's going to really make this space a lot less dull. So let's go ahead and hang these up. All right, so the next section of this video is essentially going to be how to hang a picture frame 101. So we've got 5 pictures and 5 frames total. We're gonna hang one here, there, and then 2 right here on this wall. This is the bigger wall. There is this wall right here which goes into the bathroom, And we've talked about that in this video. We're not really sure what we want to do. I don't think we're going to do anything with it in this video. We might add another picture later on, or a painting, or I don't know what we're going to do. So, but I know it won't be in this video, and we probably won't make a video on it unless it's something extravagant. So down in the description box below is our Instagram and TikTok. We'll probably make a video there on it. So if you want to see and be updated on what we do, give us a follow. We'd really appreciate that. Jess and I decided we wanted the top of the picture to sit about 70 inches high, about right there. That seems right. And I'm not gonna eyeball this at all. It's gonna be as precise as I can get. Not perfect, but pretty close. So 70 inches here, there, and there. The next step is to find my center point on this wall. I want it to be in the middle between this corner and that corner. So I measured, it's about 4 feet in width, so half of 4 is 2. Here is my center point right here. I've already made my marks for at least this wall. So I have an idea of where it's gonna go. Now I need to use some painter's tape on the back side of the frame to determine where I'm actually going to put the nails. So what I did, and this is a method I found on TikTok, thank you TikTok, I took a bit of painter's tape and just put it from this corner to that corner. As you would know, you make your mark. Let me grab my pencil. Make your mark, your center point on top of this hanger is about right here, and the same thing here, okay? The next thing that I wanna do is take a ruler, and I wanna measure the distance between this hanger and that hanger, at least the center point. And that's about 9 inches, so half of 9 is 4.5. So on that painter's tape, I made that mark as well. And then the next thing, I need to find the distance between the top of the frame and where the hanger is. So for this frame and the rest of them, it's about 2.25. After I got my measurements, I took the painter's tape and I put it on the top of my leveler. Now that I've got that figured out, I'm gonna come back to my wall. I've already got the height measured, and so I'm gonna take my ruler and I'm going to measure the distance from that mark down to 2.25. Hit the like button if you're following me on this. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. So then I take my leveler, and that center mark that I made, I'm gonna take that and line it up with that mark that I just made, which was 2.25 down from my top point, and then try to get the leveler as level as possible. The leveler as level as possible. And then what I'm gonna do, take my pencil and I'm gonna make my mark at that point, and then that point, and that's it. All right, the next step is to get your hammer and nail or hanger of choice. I've got a box here of different options. I think I am just going to use a small nail just like this. And I think it'll work just fine. This is really hard. There's that one. Try not to scrap up the wall either. There it goes. That's it. Just double check it. I did it. I did it. That's it. Now we just gotta repeat steps 1 through 5, 6, 7. Alright guys, there you go. Photo number 1, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pretty much at the exact same height, right there at 70 inches. As you saw, I measured between this corner and the handrail, which was about 5 feet. And then I made my middle mark, which I need to erase that, 2.5. And then what I did is just split the difference between 30 inches in this corner. So I put the center of this photo here at 15 inches and the center of that one at 45. All right guys, that's it. We're done. We are really happy with how this hallway turned out. Really pleased with the photos, the color of the paint, even though it's white. Really happy with it. There's one other thing that we did, and that's add this runner behind us. We found it off of Amazon for fairly cheap. We're gonna link that down in the description box below if you're interested in checking that out as well. And some of the other things like the light too. But yeah, thanks so much for watching this video. We hope that it was encouraging and inspiring for you to be able to do something with your hallway if you haven't already. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We'll keep you updated with what we do on that wall right there, like I was saying earlier. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, hit the like button. And I'm also gonna throw up a couple of videos here, so if you wanna watch those, right over Jess's face. If you wanna watch those videos, go check those out, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.